Hi, I'm Eric Cobb, and I'm one of the developers of the Big Brother software. The main reason for creating the program was to put a system in place that manages flexible working hours within our company. Big Brother monitors employees working remotely and keeps track of trainees and freelancers being paid by the hour, as well as specialists working from home. The program also allows you to assess the quality of work performed by a team and set workload expectations. Let me show you how it works. The personal cabinet section is essential if you're going to keep track of your own work. Today I started at 10:17. The program has recorded this information. Right now, I've been working for 5 hours and 8 minutes. I marked the time when I took a lunch break and again when I got back, so the program could calculate my lunch hour. Today my break lasted 1 hour. Big Brother can account for all kinds of working day and lunch break combinations. A diagram showing my working day can be found in the Activity Stream section. It displays which computers I logged into and when I went to make a cup of tea. The Colleagues section allows you to coordinate work between employees. For example, I need to communicate with someone from the marketing department. We're putting a report together. I can see that Ethan Atkinson isn't available right now. He's having lunch. But I can speak to Christopher or Ernest. They're both at their desks. The main purpose of Big Brother is giving employers and heads of personnel the tools necessary to monitor staff. Let's go to the Reports section. Reports on all employees, or for particular departments if necessary, can be found in the standard timesheet. Here, just like in a regular timesheet, we can see the work done over the past month, broken down by day and with a final tally of hours for each employee. The program notes down any anomalies where employees have not met the required hours for a working day in the timesheet. Activity streams for individual employees can be accessed directly from the timesheet for a more detailed analysis of how and when the anomaly took place. John worked less than the standard working day, set at 8 hours, meaning that the cell in the spreadsheet for the 13th of September was marked red. Managers can then assess the situation and speak to John if necessary. If an employee's computer remains idle for more than 5 minutes, Big Brother records this as inactive time. The program uses highlighting to mark long periods of inactivity. Clicking on the highlighted cell of the timesheet takes us to the employee's activity stream, where we can look at their working day in detail. Here, the inactivity period has been accounted for. John was testing client software using an Android app. This is why the activity on his main computer was interrupted. To monitor compliance with workplace discipline, we can look at the initial data and structure of working day sections. The first report contains data about the start and end of employees' working days, as well as lunch breaks. In our office, employees can start between 6 and 11 a.m. Each employee chooses their own start time, depending on traffic, their mood, and other factors. From this report, we can see that Ethan Atkinson has gone outside this limit as he started at 11:02. The software comes with a set of guidelines, including options for sanctions. Each company can set its own methods for monitoring and discipline. Let's take a look at the structure of working day section. This report allows us to monitor the length of lunch breaks, as well as periods of activity, inactivity, and overtime. There is no fixed time for lunch at our office. You can go out for lunch at pretty much any time for up to 2 hours. This is a great policy, and for example, I often conduct my personal affairs during this time. We can see here that Peter Brooker's lunch break exceeds the limits. The report also tallies up the active and inactive time of employees. The information for Naomi Johnson shows that the employee was inactive for the majority of the recorded working day. Information about overtime has been collected in a separate column of the spreadsheet. We have a generous policy where employees receive double the standard salary for overtime. I never refuse when I'm asked to carry out an extra task that brings me over 8 hours. For monitoring the structure of working time, Big Brother creates tables which track the use of different applications. This feature can be disabled by the head of personnel. Let's choose an employee from the marketing department. We'll put together a report. Big Brother compiles a list of programs used, with the time spent using each program displayed in hours and as a percentage of the working day. For a detailed rundown of how an employee used each program, we can click on the tab for the program. Well, there you have it. They couldn't avoid looking at cat pictures. This case isn't too serious, it's only 1%. When Big Brother was introduced last year, Ernest spent 30% of his working time on social networks. When he was caught, he protested for a long time, but eventually resolved the situation. We have now blocked access to social networks via proxy servers. For additional management of working time, Big Brother offers a function which takes screenshots. This feature is not used by many companies and can be disabled. Nonetheless, if there is a weak link in a team or a project is at risk, we recommend using this function from time to time. Many people think this is a draconian measure, but unfortunately it is sometimes necessary as a last resort. We'll now go to the Settings section. Here you can add new employees. Let's select Users and click Add. We'll enter the domain name, followed by the full name of the employee, Jack Scott. Jack Scott is an employee in the marketing department with limited access to the system. We'll click Save. OK, now we're ready. Now I'll add Jack Scott to the marketing department. We choose Departments. We then click on the Edit button. It's the pencil to the right of the screen. We just need to type Scott into the search bar. There he is. The program found him. Now we check the box opposite the employee's name and click Save. In this section of the full version, you can also customize timetables and set other parameters for user accounts. We recommend trying out the demo version of Big Brother. If you're working in a large company, we can also offer tweaks to the software to give you the best possible user experience.